First, let's delve into the crest of effort, the initial wave in our ocean of prosperity. This wave, my friends, is all about the sweat, the grind, the toil. It's about the burning midnight oil, the relentless pursuit of excellence, and the unwavering determination to rise above the ordinary. Wealth, you see, doesn't just magically appear. It's not a lottery ticket that you stumble upon one fine day. Rather, it's the cumulative result of countless hours of hard work, of innumerable moments of determination, and of a ceaseless endeavor to develop and hone your skills. Think of it this way. Each time you push yourself to work harder, each time you choose to stay behind to finish that project, each time you decide to learn something new, you're adding to this crest of effort. You're building, bit by bit, a powerful wave that will eventually crash onto the shores of your financial freedom, bringing with it a wealth of opportunities. In this journey towards wealth creation, your efforts are like the wind that propels the sailboat. Without it, you would be stuck, motionless in the vast sea of mediocrity. But with it, you can navigate your way towards your financial goals, riding the wave of prosperity that your efforts have created. But remember, effort alone, while necessary, is not sufficient. It's the direction of your efforts that truly matters. It's about channeling your energies in a way that aligns with your goals, your passions, and your strengths. It's about understanding that not all efforts are created equal, and that strategic, focused effort can multiply your results manifold. So, as we embark on this journey to decode the patterns of prosperity, remember this: the crest of effort is your starting point. It's the first wave that sets in motion the chain of events that lead to wealth creation. It's the wave that, if ridden well, can take you from where you are to where you want to be. Your efforts are the driving force behind the incoming prosperity, building the first wave in your wealth ocean. So gear up, put in that effort, and get ready to ride this wave towards your financial success. Next, let's ride the innovation breakers, the waves that disrupt the calm waters of the mundane. These waves are the result of your ability to innovate, to break free from the traditional molds and think creatively. They're the brainchildren of problem-solving and ingenuity, the offspring of a mind that dares to venture beyond the conventional. Innovation breakers are the waves that crash onto the shores of success when you disrupt the norms, challenge the status quo, and dare to be different. They're the waves that roll in when you look at an old problem through a new lens, when you find a fresh, creative solution that no one else has thought of. And let's clarify something here. Innovation isn't just about inventing new technologies or coming up with groundbreaking scientific theories. No, it's about finding new and better ways to do things, about improving processes, about delivering value in ways that no one else has done before. It's about making life easier, more efficient, more enjoyable for others. That's what innovation is all about. So how do you catch these innovation breakers? How do you ride these waves to the shores of prosperity? Well, it starts with embracing change. Change is the only constant in life, and those who resist it are often left behind. So welcome change with open arms, seek it out, and when you find it, ride it to the finish line. Next, don't be afraid to think outside the box. Push the boundaries of your creativity, challenge your own assumptions, and don't be afraid to take risks. The most successful people in the world are often those who dare to be different, who dare to challenge the norms, and who dare to take the road less traveled. Remember, riding the waves of innovation isn't always easy. It requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to fail. But when you do catch one of these waves, when you do ride it to the shore, the rewards can be immense. Riding the waves of innovation can crash you onto the shores of success. So, get ready to paddle out into the ocean of opportunities and catch your wave. The innovation breakers are waiting for you. Now, let's create ripples that grow into wealth waves with the ripple effect. This principle is all about recognizing the expansive potential of our seemingly small actions. Think of each action as a pebble thrown into a pond. At first, it may seem insignificant, but it creates ripples that spread, reach further, and can eventually grow into waves of wealth. Networking is one such pebble. By forming connections and building relationships, you plant seeds that could grow into fruitful opportunities. Another pebble is self-investment. Every book you read, course you take, or conference you attend equips you with knowledge and skills that enhance your value, making you a more attractive prospect to potential partners or employers. Even simple acts of kindness or help can return to you in forms of unexpected opportunities. Remember, every pebble of action you throw into the pond of opportunity can create ripples that grow into waves of wealth. Let's dive into the visionary swells, the waves that are created by your clear vision and long-term goals. The journey to prosperity begins with a single dream, a vision that fuels your every move. But the magic truly happens when this vision is coupled with ambitious goals, transforming the dream into a tangible target. This is where the visionary swells come into play. Each swell represents the momentum you generate when you set your sights high and then consistently work towards your goals. It's like setting a ship to sail towards a distant island. You know where you're headed, and every stroke of the oar, every gust of wind that fills your sail, brings you closer to your destination. But remember, having a vision is not enough. It's the relentless pursuit of that vision, the daily grind, the sweat and toil, that turns the tide in your favor. It's about waking up every day, rain or shine, and rowing towards that island, no matter how far it may seem. It's about turning setbacks into comebacks and obstacles into opportunities. And as you do this, you generate a powerful momentum, a force so strong that it sets in motion the waves of wealth. These waves, these visionary swells, are the opportunities that come your way, the doors that open, and the paths that clear as a result of your unwavering focus and determination. So how do you create these visionary swells? You start by dreaming big. Then, you break down your dream into achievable goals and work on them consistently. You keep your eyes on the prize and never lose sight of why you started in the first place. In this journey, there will be storms, there will be calm days, and there will be days when the island seems too far away. But remember, it's the strength of your vision and the consistency of your efforts that will generate the visionary swells, the waves of wealth that will bring you closer to your island of prosperity. By setting your sight on the horizon, you generate the visionary swells that bring wealth crashing onto your shore. Next, we'll swim with the collaboration currents, the waves that are formed by partnerships and networking. Now picture yourself in the middle of a vast ocean, surrounded by like-minded individuals who share your ambitions. These are your collaborators, your network, your partners in prosperity. Together, you form a powerful current that propels you toward success. Collaboration is not just about working together, it's about leveraging each other's strengths, learning from each other's experiences, and building on each other's ideas. It's about creating a synergy where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And when this synergy happens, it generates waves of wealth that can carry you further than you ever could have traveled alone. Surrounding yourself with the right people, forming meaningful partnerships, and nurturing your network can create a current of collaboration that's truly unstoppable. By joining forces, you're able to catch waves of success that you might not have encountered alone. Lastly, let's ride the adaptation tides, the waves that ebb and flow with the changing market. The sea of prosperity is ever-changing, and the ability to adapt is key to staying afloat. Just as the ocean's tides are influenced by the moon, the market's tides are influenced by various factors like technology, societal shifts, and global events. Think of these tides as an ongoing dance of evolution. They represent the continuous ebb and flow of opportunities that come with the changing times. Being rigid, sticking to old ways, and resisting change are like trying to swim against a powerful tide. It's exhausting and often fruitless. On the other hand, being adaptable is like surfing the tide, using its power to propel you forward. Adaptability is not just about survival, it's about thriving. It's about catching the wave of change and riding it to new heights of success. It's about seeing change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth. It's about being able to pivot when necessary, to seize new opportunities that arise out of changing circumstances. Wealth generation in the age of rapid change requires a mindset of adaptability. It requires staying informed, being open to new ideas, and being willing to step out of your comfort zone. It's about recognizing that the market and opportunities are not static, but dynamic and evolving. As entrepreneurs, we must not only accept change but also anticipate it, prepare for it, and capitalize on it. We must be like the surfer who studies the ocean, understands its patterns, and uses this knowledge to ride the waves to the shore of success. So, as the tides of the market change, remember to adapt your strategies, adjust your sails, and steer your ship in the direction of the wind of opportunities. Being open to change ensures you're always ready to ride the next wave of wealth.